Can I...
No.
What about if I just...
No, sorry, I really need them all.
Most of the time, not getting your own way isn't that big of a deal.
I mean, that's okay. I didn't really want one anyway.
Good.
But this is one place where it really can matter. Parliament.
The Prime Minister has the floor. I'm delighted.
See, if the government wants to introduce new laws, it has to get approval from both the House of Reps and the Senate. The first one's not usually a problem, because that's where the government has a majority. But it can be a different story in the Senate. It's common for the government not to have a majority there, so if the Senate says no to one of the government's ideas and keeps disagreeing, it can leave the country in one big stalemate. And that's not a good look. So in situations like this, the government is given one big power to break the deadlock. It's called a double dissolution.
Double dissolution.
Who said that? Anyway, a double dissolution means both the Senate and the House of Representatives are dissolved. Everyone gets chucked out, and we have to hold a new election to vote for every position all over again. It's a pretty big deal. So a double dissolution is only allowed to happen if the Senate rejects the same bill twice in Parliament. If that happens, it's known as a trigger. That's Tigger. The government needs both a trigger and approval from the Governor-General for there to be a double dissolution. There have been a few double dissolutions in our country's history. The last one was nearly 30 years ago, over the introduction of a national ID card. But after the election, the government failed to get it through yet again, so they gave up on it. Most of the time, a double dissolution is used by the government to call an early election, get rid of a Senate it's having problems with, or both. That's the situation at the moment. The government's got a trigger because the Senate blocked one of its bills for the second time. And a double dissolution would give the government the chance to get a couple more of its own people into the Senate when all positions are put up for grabs. Not everyone agrees it's a good idea though. Some senators reckon it's not okay because they say they were fairly elected and should have many years left in their positions. They say that if the government goes ahead with it, it's because it's trying to become more powerful. The government says that it's just focused on passing the laws it feels are important, and if it can't do that with the Senate as it is now, then it's happy to take it to the people. Regardless of whether we end up seeing a double dissolution or not, we can all agree some things are worth fighting for, or at least asking really nicely for.
Amelia, could I have a donut, please?
Okay.
No, Mr. Donut. Donut Man.